Billboard Philippines Volumes.
On this episode of Volumes, we have Denise Julia and Jason Dhakal on Volumes today for a special Artists on Artists episode for Pride.
Billboard Philippines Volumes.
We are turning up the volume on your favorite artist. You can catch us on Spotify and YouTube, and of course, follow Billboard Philippines on IG, X, and Facebook. I'm Denise Julia, and welcome to another special episode of Billboard Philippines Volumes. Today, we have
me.
Mr. Jason.
Thank you so much. Girls, Denise Julia. Got you in my place, so I know you like to bet.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
So shall we start?
Yes.
We both released new albums last year. And personally, I'm a fan of Being.
Thank you. I'm a fan of Sweet Nothing. Girl, I'm part of it.
Stop. Yeah, you are part of it. Come
Thankfully,
on.
I'm very glad you had me for it.
So walk us through the story of the album.
For me, Being is very much like a transformative album. That's like my first album as a recording artist. So like I came into it like knowing like I have resources and so much things that I can do and like just be able to play around and really choose and take my time with it. I did it in like the pandemic.
Yes.
So from 2020 to ganon. And yeah, like it's just really that for me, just transformation. Namin kong sinabi,
What's your favorite track?
I don't have a favorite track. Right now, maybe it's On Me, if
I
you know
have
that
one.
one.
You're a Man.
Really?
I love that
you're
track
freaky.
so much.
Oh,
You don't say
freaky.
that.
Okay, how about you? Sweet Nothings is your first album. What was that like putting together?
Sweet
Ganon.
Nothings,
Yeah.
Chapter 1. Well, number 1, I'm very honored to have Jason there.
Girl, I asked you. I was like, "Can I be there?" You were like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
stop.
we FaceTimed and
Yeah,
everything.
we did.
It was
I
so
read
nice.
his birth chart.
Yes,
Eh.
she did. She did.
So I think that album really just was me telling stories of like different types of love.
What does the ano mean for you? Like the album, like title?
The
'Cause it's
title.
like Sweet Nothings.
Sweet Nothings is like parang wala lang. Like
Gets.
in
Parang
Tagalog,
ano lang.
it's like wala lang, like malalambing na wala lang.
Oo, gets naman though. Gets.
Pero like once I release it, it's just like despite everything that I've mentioned and like I talked about in this album, it's just sweet nothings.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we all go through it. So I wanted to talk about different types of love, taboo ones, toxicity.
Yes.
I also wanted to talk about my experiences as a queer artist, you
Yeah.
know. So having you there was such a monumental
Girl,
moment
thank you.
for me. So
But honestly, yeah, same for my album. Really, just that. Even like my own love for myself, like familial love, ganon.
Mhm.
And yeah, okay. Despite all of its challenges, I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves, and we're taking up space. Wouldn't you agree?
I definitely agree.
Girl,
We are
same.
taking up
We're
space.
stuck up in here.
We are.
You
We
guys
out
need to
here.
get used to these spaces.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What helps you cope with everything and maintain your peace?
What helps me cope
And maintain your peace.
and maintain my peace? ASMR. I like watching ASMR. But on a serious note,
Sorry.
I love my fans. Like, they really hold me down. They're the sweetest.
Guts.
I think it's special because like they're not the kind of fans that are just there. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's very deep, the connection that I have with them. I would wake up and I would read DMs and it would be them ranting to me about
Oh, really?
someone that cheated on them. It's that
For
personal.
mine are just literally like, oh, you're kind of hot, huh? Or like some shit like that. It's like,
yeah.
oh, you're hot as fuck. Like, shit like
Hey,
that.
I would
like,
say
guys,
that.
I'm not just like super pretty and sexy and my ass is fat and you know, I'm like a human being with a heart, guys.
Hey,
And,
I said that. I was like, you're so hot. That I'm one of them. But yeah, on a serious note, my fans, they would talk to me like I'm their best friend. Like no hi, no hello,
That's so
straight up
sweet.
like asking for advice. So, you know, when like throughout everything that I've been through in the industry, they're always there to send me words of love, of
That's so
like
nice.
encouragement, inspiration. And when I see them like react to whatever I do, for
Yeah.
example, they see me performing wherever and I see that
Or
love
like
from
ass
them.
up recently.
Like as of recently, seeing their love and like how much they're really like as solid as I am with my craft,
Yeah.
like they are to me. That's like I'm good. Like that gives me peace.
I got that. What's not there to love, girl?
Hey, stop.
Look at her.
I know you also have a great support
Yeah.
system. So how has that helped you?
It's helped me a lot, you know.
Mm.
I think at some point when we're working in a industry like this, you have to realize like whose words really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
like one of like the people that are around me are very important to me because it does affect, you know, me.
Yes.
So like I'm very grateful that the people that are around me, even here, like behind the cameras,
Yes.
they're like my favorite people. They get to like create art with me, and you know, there's no invalidating. There's no none of that. There's no like. It's just yun ganun. Yun lang.
Ganun lang.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Next, you said earlier that we're taking up space, which I really like because we are taking up space. And I would like to quote my road manager. He said that we're taking up space because we matter. And matter takes up space. Eh.
Wow, science.
Science.
Girl, anong science wala? I've never done that.
So, both as Filipinos and queer artists, do you think the music scene has been more open to queer artists now?
I feel like I want to ask you that first, though. Do you think that it's been much more open
Much
to
more
queer
open
artists?
now. I think it has been more open in the sense that the resources that we have makes it easier
That's
for
true.
us to be more expressive. But at the same time, I don't think people are prepared to be like on the other end of it.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you have to know which voice matters.
Yeah.
Because, you know, even though your intentions are like good, you know, you want to do this for the community, there will always be like negative
Yeah,
stuff to say.
exactly.
So you have to focus on the positive. And
Yeah.
I think that's what we're both doing.
Yeah, I think also just people don't really know how to gauge or like talk with queer artists or all these, because literally where else has that existed up until like just now, you know?
Being like more open. Like for me, I'm a very like femme queer artist, which people aren't really used to seeing. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why they would, you know, you would see the backlash.
Yeah,
Not
I get
really,
that.
but like you would see the negative stuff first. It's because they're not used to it.
Like queer people can't be femme. Which is
Yeah.
very true naman. Like,
It's
I mean,
true.
when you look at queer people who are men, they're usually like, actually even in any creative industry, like queer men are usually just background. They're usually the stylist, they're the makeup artist, they're the hair artist, they're like the producer, they're the thing. They're never the ones in front of the camera.
Yes,
So
that's so true.
people don't ever really want to, I don't know what
Make
the
it
word
normal,
is.
like
very,
very, like really accept it as a norm.
and they think that a person can only, like a queer man or whatever the fuck, can be only in front if they're funny, if they're a comedian, if they're a
Yes, that's
sidekick,
true.
or they're like a...
very limited.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
we're here to kind of like stand that ground
Change
and
shit up.
switch it up and make it a norm.
Isn't it
'cause
boring already? You guys want to like... Isn't it
Yeah.
entertainment? So get entertained.
It is the entertainment industry
What
for
are
a
we
reason.
doing? What are we doing?
True.
Okay, ganon. So, okay, me. Looking ahead, what does the future hold for LGBTQ plus representation in the music industry?
What does it hold for
I
us
think
in
it's
the
in
future?
good hands.
It is. Yeah. We're kind of like trying to make it a safer space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's so much more. I mean, your bestie, and like I know someone, Paul.
Yes.
Like, girl, there's so many
So many.
amazing, and there's gonna be much more, girl.
Yes.
Like that's
There's
the
so
best
much
part.
talent. Like
Exactly.
we can't wait for the talent to speak volumes. Because I feel like that volumes, that's gonna, I think, bigger than anything else. It's gonna speak more than whatever, you know, negativity that's thrown
exactly.
into us. So
Okay, so another question. You have songs that talk a lot about love and intimacy, which prompted a lot of questions about your sexuality. We talked a little bit more about this earlier in the interview, which you can read now on billboardphilippines.com.
hey.
Wow, I ate that one up. But I wanted to ask you, did you expect that album would do all of that? Like that your album would do all of that?
Like open up that sexuality conversation. That was my goal, actually.
Really?
I wanted people to talk. I wanted them to have those conversations. Like I said a while ago, if people aren't talking, then you're not really making an impact. Because as
True.
much as the conversations are very polarizing, you know, you see
Exactly.
sides, you see them taking up which side they're on. As long as they're talking about it
Exactly.
and it's becoming a more like normal conversation
You're
to have.
building conversations.
Yes, then that means that it's impactful and it's, you
Exactly.
know, it's changing up the space like for real. And it's
Exactly.
not just on paper, it's not just an idea in my mind.
Yeah,
it's really
exactly.
happening. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Okay.
For you though, how has it been for you whenever you open up about your sexuality through music?
I don't know. I don't think I ever needed to open up. Like, I mean, straight out the gate for me, like when
Yeah.
I started making music, like it was already just about queer things, and I don't know, like once I'm in a bigger like stage, I guess, like I
Yes.
really have to like explicitly say I'm queer,
Yeah.
some stuff like that, and I think it's good naman. Like I love it. I don't ever want to say like I'm a representation of all queer people. 'cause
Yes. You are.
sometimes
you
some
gotta
queer
own
people,
it.
I don't like you guys, so it's kind of just like, you know,
Yeah.
I can only just speak for myself. Ganon.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yes,
Each
exactly.
her own. Each they own. Eh.
Wow, inclusive.
Inclusivity.
We're so
Come
inclusive.
on.
Wow. So, how has music influenced you in finding your own identity?
I already know myself.
Ganon.
So the challenge was, how do I share that to people through music?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a struggle of finding out who I was while I was making music.
Yeah.
It was more of like, how do I share it already now that I know who I am? Like,
That's so
like-
good though.
I
You know,
already
some
know.
artists don't know themselves.
Yeah, no.
Not naming it. Oh.
But like before, I was kind of like struggling to really be open about, I mean, this is, you know, we're out there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fully out. But back then, it was kind of like a struggle. I could just write about
Yeah.
fuckboys.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't even talking to fuckboys.
Really?
anymore. Like, now I can
But what about
actually...
that? Oh, gag the girls. No, nothing. Say
Pero,
nothing.
like, it's not... Like, that's not how my love life really is, you know? But back then, I was just thinking, what would people relate to? So now that we're out there, it's much more free and much more easy
Yeah.
to really write about what you want to write.
And I guess, like, in a way, we're much more intentional with what we want to
True.
release. Because, I mean, yeah, like, people are actually listening
They're
now,
actually
you know? So
listening.
it matters, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How about you, though?
Yeah, I mean, same with me. I really knew who I was and what I wanted. But with music, it made me understand why I was, or like why I wanted
Yeah.
these things. You know, like it made me like, why do I not like certain things, and why do I like certain things? And
True.
it made me really go deeper in
Yes.
myself. And yeah, that's one of my favorite things about it, because now I really know myself, and it's the best thing in the world. Some people like
They're still
grow old
struggling,
and never
yeah.
know themselves. You know,
That's true.
so. Yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
You know, and for the people listening back home right now, what's like a thing that you can advise them if they're
Piece of
trying to
advice.
find themselves? Ganon.
For me, just experience. Experience is
Yeah.
the biggest teacher.
Exactly.
That's when you'll find out what you want. Go through it,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Go for it, whatever you want to achieve. And don't let anything hold you down or hold you back. It's just not it. Like, whatever you want,
Go.
what do you have to lose?
Exactly, girl. You
Like,
have one
literally.
life in this earth. Like, one of my things is like, when I grow older, if God allows me to get older, like, I really would love to like, and I mean, not I would really love, but like, I don't want to be that type of old person that was like, oh, I regret this or not doing this
Yes.
or that, da 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 da. I want to do everything,
Everything.
you know, like,
Mm.
I want to say I did that instead of I didn't do it. And like, if
The
I regretted
regret
it, yeah,
is
fuck
bigger
it.
if you didn't do it, because
Exactly.
you would have never known.
Exactly.
So just go for it.
Go for it. Go make mistakes, you know, make wrong, like, just do it. Do it.
That's where you'll learn.
So this is the Denise Julia. Yeah. Make some
And
noise.
this is Jason Dhakal.
And I'm Jason
Hey.
Dhakal. Thank you so much for turning up the volume on your favorite artist. And thank you to Billboard. This was really fun.
Thank
I
you
love
so
gay
much.
people.
Thank you for putting me next to my biggest
Stop.
artist right
I love
now.
you.
Hey.
Girl.
I love you more. Yay!
Can we like
Woo!
throw these? Yay! Ganon.
Billboard Philippines.